Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mutiara Kartika Octaviani and my student ID number is 211-011-822-0030. I'm from group 10. Here I will presentation about 11 meeting. And the first material is vocabulary. Number 1, equilateral triangle. Meaning is segitiga sama sisi. English definition, a triangle that has all sides the same length. Example, an equilateral triangle's perimeter is A plus A plus A equals 3A. Number 2, isosceles triangle. Meaning is segitiga sama kaki. English definition, a triangle with two sides of equal length. Example, perimeter of isosceles triangle equals 2A plus B and A is length of two equal sides. Number 3, scalene triangle. Meaning is segitiga sembarang. English definition, a triangle with three sides all of different length. Example, perimeter of a scalene triangle equals A plus B plus C. Number 4, right triangle. Meaning is segitiga siku-siku. English definition, a triangle that has one angle of 90 degree. Example, the measures of angles A in the right triangle below is 180 minus open bracket 63 plus 90 close bracket equals 27 degree. Number 5, acute triangle. Meaning is segitiga lancip. English definition, an acute triangle is a triangle with three angles of less than 90 degree. Example, it can be seen that the value of all three angles is less than 90 degree, but they add up to 180 degree. Number 6, obtuse triangle. Meaning is segitiga tumpul. English definition, an obtuse triangle is a triangle in which one of the interior angles measures more than 90 degree. Example, in this image, triangle XYZ has an obtuse angle at Y. Therefore, this triangle is an obtuse angle triangle. Note that the other two angles are less than 90 degree and all the angles of the triangle add up to 180 degree. Number 7, similar. Meaning is sebangun. English definition, if one shape can become another using relaxing. A so-called dilation, contraction, compression, enlargement, or even expansion, then the shape are similar. Example for the picture. Number 8, right angle. Meaning is sudut siku-siku. English definition, a right angle is an angle that is exactly equal to 90 degree or P per 2 in measures. Example and the picture. Number 9, acute angle. Meaning is sudut lancip. English definition, any angle that measures greater than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. Example for the picture. And the last, obtuse angle. Meaning is sudut tumpul. English definition, an obtuse angle is an angle which is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Example for the picture. B. Video word problem. For the video word problem about trigonometry, let me draw some right triangle. It's a right triangle because one of the angle here is 90. Hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angles, and it's the longest sides of a right triangles. For the picture, so the core function of trigonometry, we're going to learn a little bit more about what these functions mean. sin, cos, and tan. Sin for SOH equals sin equals opposite per hypotenuse, and cos so JAH. Its cos equals adjacent per hypotenuse, and the last tan TONA. Tan equals opposite per adjacent. So something just to help you remember the definition of this function. Well, let's take an angle here. Number 1, hypotenuse is equals 5, opposite equals 3, and adjacent equals 4. For the answer, sin theta equals 3 per 5, cos theta equals 4 per 5, and the tan theta equals 3 per 4. Number 2, opposite equals 3, hypotenuse equals 5, and adjacent equals 4. And the answer, sin x equals 4 per 5, cos x equals 3 per 5, tan x equals 4 per 3. And the C, chapter 4, example 10, 11, and 12. Example 10. The warning on the sides of a 25 feet ladder says that the angle it makes with the ground should be no smaller than 40 before it becomes unsafe. To the nearest foot, what is the height along a wall that this ladder makes at such an angle? And the solution, the diagram for the problem present used with a rectangle. The side of the building is the side opposite the angle we are using, and the ladder is the hypotenuse. Therefore, we need to use the sine ratio. The verbal model is sine of 40 degree equals height along wall per length of ladder, or using h for height. Sin 40 degree equals h per 25. The calculator tells us that sin 40 degree equals 0.6428. For decimal place is standard, and so h equals 25 times 0.6428. So h equals 16.7. To the nearest foot or ladder will reach a height of 16 feet. Example 11. From a point 150 feet from the center of the base of a hill, the angle of elevation to the top of the hill is 28 degrees. A tram from that point carries people to the top. To the nearest foot, how high is the hill and how long is the tram cable? And the solution, the angle of elevation is the angles that the tram cable makes with the ground. The height of the hill is measured as the perpendicular axis from its top to the center of its base. We know the length of the side adjacent to the angle AC equals 200. The height is the side opposite the angle BC, and the length of the cable is the hypotenuse AB. Letting h be the height, we have tan 28 degree equals BC per AC equals h per 200. So the h equals 200 times tan 28 degree, and h equals 200 times 0.531 and 7. H equals 106.34 equals 106 feet to the nearest foot. We can find the length of the cable in two different ways, one using trigonometry and the other using Pythagorean theorem. Trigonometry, letting C be the length of the cable. We have cos 28 degree equals AB per AC equals 200 per C. So C times cos 28 degree equals 200. So C equals 200 per 0.8827 equals 227 feet to the nearest foot. And the Pythagorean theorem, to be accurate, we should use the value of BC to more decimal place 106. Bikin video 106.34 and work with several decimal places until we round off at the end of the calculation. Letting C be the cable length, we have C square equals 200 square plus 106.34 square. So C square equals 40,000 plus 11,308.20 equals 51,030 and 35 equals 51,308.20, and so C equals 226.52 feet equals 227 feet to the nearest foot. If we would have used 106 feet for BC, our answer would have been 226 feet, which is close but not correct. In the last example 12, an observer from the top of a lighthouse that is 40 feet tall and stands on a cliff 18 feet above sea level notice a boat offshore. Boats must be warned if they come too close to the cliff because of the rocks below the waterline. If they observe, note that the angle of depression is 50 degrees. How far from the cliff is the boat? And the solution, the diagram clearly shows right triangle that must be used. It also indicates that the height includes the cliff and the tower. That is 80 plus 40 equals 120 feet. Next. The diagram also indicates that the angle within the triangle we need to use measure 40 degrees. The height of the cliff is the adjacent side of the angle, and the distance between the boat and the cliff is its opposite sides. Therefore, we have tan 40 degree equals d per 120, and d equals 120 times tan 40 degree. So d equals 120 times 0.8391, so equals 100.7, and d equals 101 feet to the nearest foot. Okay, thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.